Now on CoastTV News.
Short-term rental tax going up. The state of Delaware making the cost to crash at somebody's house even higher.
Big plans for Milton. 44 new buildings could be on the way. Tell us what you think with tonight's CoastTV poll.
Parking plans in Lewes. City leaders debate safety and revenue.
And charges dropped. Special counsel moves to dismiss 2 cases against the president-elect ahead of his return to the White House.
And as the clouds thicken overnight, moisture content in the air is building up, setting the stage for a bona fide shower or two. More on that and this wind coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Airbnbs with more fees. Your favorite rental apps are going to take a little bit more money out of your pocket in the new year. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with short-term rentals.
The coast. You know the coast. It's gorgeous, it's fun, we have beaches and beauty, but if you're looking to rent a place, specifically an Airbnb-style short-term rental, it is going to cost you a little bit more starting next year, and that is the reason for that is new taxes. Coast TV reporter Brendan Conroy is in our newsroom. Brendan, this is going to be an increase of 4.5%.
Charlie, this will be on top of the current rental taxes that are already being charged by our cities and towns.
Looking for a little vacation rental? Brace yourself. It's going to cost a little more next year.
Nothing's like Rehoboth. So I think people will still come to Rehoboth. They'll pay the fee. They'll be annoyed.
The state of Delaware has implemented a tax increase of 4.5% on short-term rental properties, things like Airbnb or Vrbo. So, for example, if you book a $400 a night rental for 5 days, this new tax is going to add an extra $90 to your overall bill. One couple we spoke with says that's a big jump.
I could see that being a bit of sticker shock, eating into profits, obviously. I would say I would have expected something like that to have been gradually implemented, like how certain states gradually increase the minimum wage.
With the 4.5% tax going on top of already existing taxes for rentals, that means a place like Rehoboth will see their rental tax go from 3 to 7.5%.
Barbara Lindner lives in Rehoboth and hopes there will be a bit of meeting in the middle between owners and renters.
Maybe the owners will take $25 off or, something small off to sort of balance it and compensate it. But no, when you come to the beach, there's nothing like it.
The new tax will not go into effect until January 1st of 2025. So owners and renters both have some time to enjoy the holidays before this new tax becomes the new norm.
Delaware's Division of Revenue has issued new guidance and information on the upcoming tax. Back to you guys.
Brendan, thank you. Well, a Lincoln man is behind bars tonight after a hit and run involving a stolen vehicle on Saturday morning. Delaware State Police say 32-year-old David Frazier stole a delivery truck while the driver was delivering a package on Johnson Road in Lincoln. They say he then hit a stopped car and drove off, spilling packages on the road and then ran off before he was arrested by Milford police. He faces several charges, including theft of a motor vehicle, and he's being held at Sussex Correctional Institution on a $42,000 cash bond.
After the persistent drought conditions we've experienced, today the Delaware State Fire Marshal has now lifted the statewide outdoor burn ban. This comes after the state of Maryland lifted its ban on Thursday. Open burning must still comply with Delaware's open burning regulations.
Let's take a live look outside now into Ocean City and turn it to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, for a check on the weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening to you, Christina. And we have increasing cloud cover as we continue to march our way throughout the rest of the late night hours. But we are setting the stage for a chance of a sprinkle, and I'm being very generous when I say that, a sprinkle or two for Tuesday, but bona fide rain showing up in all of its glory by the time we get to Thursday. I know that's Thanksgiving, but hey, we got to take it however we can get it, okay? Our tidal health camera, Salisbury, traffic is moving along just fine without a problem. Temperatures in the 40s. We're going to stay in the 40s for the rest of the evening time. We had a high of 59 degrees in Georgetown, 57 for the high. In Ocean City, 60 was our final resting point as far as the high is concerned for today in Salisbury. Now, we do have some very gusty winds along the shoreline, watching out with a small craft advisory in effect, watching out for about 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We'll talk more about the possibility of rain and a big drop-off with the temperatures going into the weekend, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. New office and storage buildings could be heading to Milton, or at least that is what one developer is hoping for. While new projects tend to draw in a wide variety of opinions, people like Richard Cooper, who have been in Sussex County for years, just want to know if the project is beneficial to the area.
I'm not against progress, but sometimes I think we should slow down a little bit and especially double check with the infrastructure. Can it handle it?
Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission will meet tomorrow evening at 6:30 to decide if they're going to approve the local developer's site plan. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what concerns you most about new developments in small towns.
Let's take a look at the results. If you look at your screen, it looks like we're seeing some people say increased traffic. That's the most popular answer. And then some saying environmental impact, local business impact, and loss of small town feel.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Well, the Lewes Finance Committee is beginning a new study to look at parking in the city. They say it will examine not only revenue, but also safety. The committee discussed the beach parking, noting it costs $2.50 during the summer compared to $4 in Rehoboth Beach. Downtown Lewes currently costs $1.50. That's from May to mid-October.
I think it would be great if the homeowners, whoever pays taxes, should be able to park in the city. You know, they need to have some kind of permit or something, but they should be able to park free, and especially in the summertime.
The Lewes Finance Committee says they hope to have the study results by the fall of 2025 and have the findings in place for the 2026 budget.
Delaware State Police made a DUI arrest Saturday morning that turned into something more. 18-year-old Judah Hudson of Laurel was pulled over after allegedly crossing the yellow line multiple times on Middleford Road near Sussex Highway. Police claimed that he failed a sobriety test. He was arrested, and then following that, there was a search of his car, finding a large amount of marijuana and a loaded handgun. Hudson is now facing multiple felonies. He was committed to Sussex Correctional on a $15,500 bond.
Special counsel Jack Smith filed a motion today to drop the criminal charges against President-elect Donald Trump for both the classified documents and federal election interference cases.
The Washington, D.C.-based judge in the election case quickly dismissed that indictment as the president-elect prepares to return to the White House.
NBC's Alice Barr has the latest on this breaking story from Washington.
In an historic turn today, special counsel Jack Smith moving to drop the federal charges against President-elect Trump, both for allegations that he sought to illegally overturn the 2020 election in the lead up to the January 6 Capitol attack, and for the classified documents case involving boxes of sensitive material brought to Mar-a-Lago after the first Trump term and allegations he obstructed justice in not giving them all back when the government asked. President-elect Trump denies all wrongdoing. Smith citing the president-elect's upcoming inauguration for a second term and the long-standing Justice Department policy that prohibits prosecuting a sitting president. Smith writing, quote, that prohibition is categorical and does not turn on the gravity of the crimes charged, the strength of the government's proof, or the merits of the prosecution, which the government stands fully behind. Smith described the election interference charges against Mr. Trump in stark terms when he announced them last year, calling January 6th an assault on democracy.
It was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant, targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government, the nation's process of collecting, counting, and certifying the results of the presidential election.
A Trump spokesman saying in part, quote, today's decision by the DOJ ends the unconstitutional federal cases against President Trump and is a major victory for the rule of law. Smith's filing leaves the door open to revisiting the charges in the future, but the statute of limitations is set to expire during the next Trump term, meaning unless there's an intervention to pause the clock, it appears an unprecedented chapter in American legal and political history is closed. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And looking ahead to the plans of the next administration, President-elect Trump announcing on social media today that he will impose new tariffs on goods coming into the United States from Mexico, Canada, and China on his first day in office. He claims this is in a response to the ongoing fentanyl crisis. The president-elect fulfilling a key campaign promise that could have a major impact on trade. And while this is something that Trump ran on, the numbers are a little different. On the campaign trail, Trump had declared that he would impose a 20% blanket tariff on all imports and add tariffs of at least 60% to Chinese products. These initial numbers are considerably different. We have more news to get into this evening.
Still to come, egg prices. It's not the news you were hoping for. Why costs are on the rise again.
And also, let's kick the tires and light the fires. The Blue Angels are going to be screaming through the air this summer. But first, a little recon mission on the coast.
And with the Bay forecast, we're looking for breezy conditions because we have small craft advisory in effect throughout the entire Delmarva Peninsula. So look for breezy conditions on the beaches, but we have rain in the forecast. I'll pinpoint when in just 60 seconds.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosik's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 3.9% APR on 2024 Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade GMC.
It's Black Friday at Johnny Janosik's Mattress World. Get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $19.99 or more, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. Black Friday savings are going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Well, it's a beautiful thing when a plan comes together, and we plan on a little bit of rain this week. Not so much for Tuesday, but Thursday is looking more and more like a sure bet. So our Spicer Brothers camera, Salisbury, 49 degrees with the winds at about 3 miles per hour. We're going to stay in the 40s with partly to mostly cloudy skies. 44 degrees in Redden right now, and in Delmar. We're holding at 49 in Seaford as well as Salisbury. The winds are right now gently pushing out of the south between, let's say, 3 to 6 miles per hour. Not really an issue just yet inland. Now, along the shore, totally different situation because we have the small craft advisory that's active for us for Tuesday, at least until Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Now, when we talk about these small craft advisories, and it's active around the entire Delmarva Peninsula, just so you'll know, we're talking about 25 mile per hour wind gusts, and that makes the sea or the water very choppy simultaneously. But then, as you're crossing the bridge, for example, to go across the Chesapeake Bay, it makes it a little bit tedious if you're driving and not paying attention so much. And so the winds can cause some crosswind concerns for you, particularly if you have a high riding vehicle. So just kind of keep that in mind because we want you to be safe. Now we have a bit of a warm front that's just to our west, but we're seeing a surge of rain that's coming across the Ohio Valley region. Most of it is careening to our north. So that's why Tuesdays, even though we have a 56% chance of rain, the amount of rain is not looking all that impressive for Tuesday. But Thursday, totally different deal. Now for Thursday, we're looking at 96% chance of rain. I mean, that's about as close to 100 as you can get statistically speaking. So we're saying, yeah, definitely rain on Thursday. Now, what about the amount of rain? So I had to kind of push this little forward with my model run. So I'm starting at Thursday at 2 o'clock in the morning. We will have already had the 1/10 of an inch of rain, that little smidgen of rain I'm talking about for Tuesday. But then we come in with not a monster amount of rain, but at least a decent amount, up to probably about a 1/2 inch in most locations, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch, somewhere around there. And so it's going to be at least some measurable precipitation. So we go into Tuesday. Here's a look at Tuesday at about 11 o'clock. Spotty showers. It's in and out. It's done. Wednesday is cold and uncomfortable Wednesday. But Wednesday evening, we have more cloud cover. Then Thursday morning, here comes that rain. 5:30 in the morning, the first wave. Then at 8 o'clock, the second wave. Then at 11 o'clock, the third wave. So we're looking pretty good, several waves. So Thursday's the day we're expecting that real rain to hit Chincoteague as well as Assateague. But we'll have a sprinkle on Tuesday. We're looking for that same hopscotch pattern for Ocean City and the same happening for us for Lewes and Rehoboth Beach. Tuesday sprinkles, Thursday showers. So tomorrow we'll watch out for spotty showers, and then it's cold on Wednesday. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast.
Thank you, Paul. If you love aerial acrobatics and incredible flying machines, you're probably a fan of the Ocean City Air Show. We're not going to see it again until next summer, but already the planning for that is underway. After landing at Wallops Flight, some of the U.S. Navy Blue Angels will make a pit stop in Ocean City. That's to get ready for next year's air show. They're making their way along the coast months and months ahead of what will be an appearance at the air show in Ocean City. And things like that take a lot of planning, a lot of preparation.
Lots and lots and lots, hundreds of flight demonstrations and practice flight demonstrations rather, that are flown throughout the year by each of the pilots.
The Blue Angels and other aircraft will be flying over Ocean City June 14th and 15th of next year, so be sure to clear your calendars.
Well, during the holiday season, Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign works to bring the Christmas spirit to everyone. And we're getting in the Christmas spirit here at Coast TV, as you can see by the tree. And we like to read and share with you the cards and donations that we have received so far. So here tonight is this card. It's from Anne in Lewes, and she says, "Bless our children." Thank you, Anne. And we still need your help to make sure that every child on Delmarva has that special present to open on Christmas morning. Already, the initiative has raised almost $90,000. To donate, just go online and visit blessourchildren.org. And as the Christmas season rolls around, we welcome everyone to share their holiday decorations with us. We want to see all the bright lights and festive setups. You can submit your pictures and videos right now at coasttv.com/holidayhouse.
Coming up next, the airline strike and how a strike way down in Charlotte could have ramifications out of Salisbury Airport.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew. Black Friday.
What's happening?
It's the extra shipment of Ford trucks and SUVs.
Serious SUV capability.
Ford F-Series, best-selling trucks for 47 years.
Bronco and Bronco Sport.
I can smell the adventure now.
Yeah.
It's Black Friday time.
Just announced, Jeep owners switching to the Bronco family get up to $5,000 toward Bronco, or lease a Bronco Sport for $336 a month with 0 down. Hurry, Black Friday offers end December 2nd.
Black Friday starts early at Johnny Janosic. Get our guaranteed lowest prices, plus an extra 20% off, or 0% APR for 60 months. An extra 20% off, or 0% APR for 60 months. Black Friday is going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Have you lost a loved one to suicide? You are not alone. I lost my teenage son to this heartbreaking tragedy.
And I lost my veteran dad, who faced his struggles alone in silence.
We're here as part of the Jesse Clump Memorial Fund's Lost team, providing support to suicide loss survivors.
We understand this complicated grief. We are here to meet, talk, or text whenever you need.
Remember, you are not alone.
Call us at 410-726-3090.
Together we can heal and find hope again.
Get the Coast TV First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
An airport strike a little ways away could impact our local airport in Charlotte, North Carolina. Those who clean planes, remove trash, and help with wheelchairs are expected to strike for 24 hours, citing low wages and what they call unfair labor practices. The strike could have local impacts as Charlotte is a key connection for the Salisbury Airport. Here in Salisbury, those at the airport say flights haven't been affected yet, but they are watching closely.
The immediate future, we're going to just kind of monitor the situation, see how things go. But if it looks like things are being impacted, we'll probably put a notice out on our website. If there are any impacts, Rudy says that they should be minimal and likely won't affect local flight times.
From airports to the Dover Air Force Base, leaders there had a chance to shine today, showing off everything they've accomplished over the past year. At the annual State of the Base event, they gave an inside look at how they're making an impact both around the world and right here at home. This year, the spotlight was on the base's key role in global operations like supporting Ukraine. And as military enrollment numbers are down, officials say that highlighting the work of the base is especially important this year.
Fewer people are serving, and so these type of events are important because it allows us to connect with the community and really showcase what we do for our nation.
And 10 service members were also recognized today for their vital work there on the Dover Air Force Base.
In consumer news, the price of eggs, sorry to tell you, it's going up more than 30% from October a year ago. That's according to the Consumer Price Index. Now, a spike in avian flu and the upcoming holiday season are combining to make that problem even worse. And rising prices could affect other egg-based items, things like mayonnaise and pasta. The USDA warns that high prices could stick around well into 2025.
Dog owners need to be cautious about what they're feeding their furry friends. 16-ounce bags of Hollywood Feed Carolina-made chicken chips have been recalled due to a potential salmonella threat. FDA officials say dogs who eat salmonella-tainted food can suffer several health issues, including nausea, fever, and abdominal cramping. Humans who touch contaminated products can also be affected with those same symptoms. The recalled chicken chips were sold online and in nearly 20 states.
Coming up in sports, Del Mar native Dante Trader Jr. playing his final game for Maryland this Saturday. The safety shares what it is meant to represent the 302.
And coming up next, the most important question of the week. How long do leftovers last? How long they can be in the fridge and when they need to be in the freezer?
Leftovers? What? Leftovers? We're talking leftovers? No. But take a look at your golf forecast, because I don't believe in leftovers because I leave nothing over. But and you might not want to leave your putt short because tomorrow's going to be a little bit on the breezy side and spotty sprinkles as well. Leftovers? What are those?
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
An official message from Medicare.
I usually love plot twists, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You don't want any surprises. You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And make sure your prescriptions are covered. That's important.
And save some money.
Paperbacks and saving bucks? I like that.
Review your coverage and compare your health options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming. Our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Farmers are superheroes, true conservationists. We are using soil health practices to help fight climate change. Soil health farmers are working today to protect tomorrow, using regenerative agriculture and climate-smart practices like no-till and cover crops to improve soil health. Healthy soils sequester carbon, improve water quality, and produce sustainable, nutrient-rich food. Soil health farmers are working today to keep Delmarva a beautiful place for generations to come.
Black Friday is now at Vernon Powell.
2,500 pairs half off.
Plus, save 20% off over 100 brands like Extra Tough, Hey Dude, Crocs, and Skechers.
20% off Saucony, Asics, and New Balance.
20% off work boots.
20% off outerwear, apparel, and handbags.
Kendra Scott Marie Newton Jewelry, buy one, get one 30% off. And 30 to 50% off select Pandora. Now through Cyber Monday while supplies last.
Shop early for best selection and support local business.
See more doorbuster deals at vpshoes.com.
We're starting the holiday season in a big way.
The Black Friday sales event at McGee Motors.
You'll save big, really big.
Get up to $18,000 off Ram 1500 or drive a Ram Bighorn 4x now just $339 a month.
Get 0% financing for 72 months. Plus $6,500 off select Jeep Grand Cherokees or Wranglers.
Or choose a Wrangler Willys, now just $349 a month with no money down.
At McGee Motors in Georgetown, a family tradition since 1948.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
If you're hitting the road or the skies this Thanksgiving, expect a lot of travelers. AAA is predicting a record number of people traveling 50 miles or more. The busy travel week kicking off as millions of Americans brace for some wicked weather. And Jen Sullivan has details on what travelers can expect.
From coast to coast, wild weather sweeping across the country ahead of the biggest travel week of the year.
Thanksgiving has a reputation as the biggest holiday for travel, and certainly the numbers this year prove that to be true.
AAA estimates nearly 80 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving, with nearly 72 million driving. Some good news, gas prices are dipping. According to GasBuddy.com, the average price for a gallon of regular gas was just over $3 as of Monday. AAA advises drivers to fill up their tank because there's a high chance you'll be stuck in traffic.
The best times to leave are going to be early morning on Tuesday and Wednesday.
2 winter storms sweeping across the country could cripple travel this week. The first bringing significant snow to the Midwest and New England, while dumping rain in the South Tuesday. A second storm that's already dumped heavy snow and rain on the western U.S. will move east.
Winter weather is always a factor.
Expedia travel expert Christy Hudson recommends these tips to passengers if your flight is delayed or canceled. Download your airline's app to track delays. Use the self-service tools on the airline app to change your itinerary. Ask for meal vouchers or even hotel credits if you have to stay overnight due to delays and cancellations.
If you are more than 72 hours in advance of your flight and something is showing up, like it's canceled or something like that, you can go through the way that you booked it. So you can go through Expedia, you can start a chat with a virtual agent.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And once you do make it to your destination and once you do eat all the amazing food on Thanksgiving Day, there's likely going to be some leftovers, although Paul might quibble with that. But we want everybody to be safe because those can eventually go bad. Health experts are reminding people of some of the guidelines when it comes to handling and storing extra food. For example, if you're not using a warming tray, turkey leftovers should be put in a refrigerator or freezer within 2 hours. One USDA food safety expert says Thanksgiving leftovers are safe in the refrigerator for up to 4 days. If you freeze them, the leftovers should be eaten within 6 months, but they will need to be reheated to 165 degrees before eating. The 2-hour refrigeration rule also applies to side dishes like dressing and green bean casserole as well. While celebrating Turkey Day, make sure to tune in to Coast TV for Thursday night football. It's going to be the Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. You can join us for your hyper-local news right after that.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, this weekend marks the culmination of a dream ride for former Del Mar standout Dante Trader Jr. That is, at least his time at the school he grew up rooting for. The Del Mar native has starred at safety for the Terps the past couple seasons and was named a semifinalist for Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year, honoring his charity and his leadership. Ahead of his final game in College Park, the projected NFL draft pick shared what it would mean for this journey to continue in the league.
Man, I'm just getting choked up about it now because I can just tell you it's going to be a bittersweet moment. I'm going to have the whole Eastern Shore behind me, the whole Del Mar community behind me, and I'm going to celebrate with them. And, you know, I'm always going to rep the 302, and people are going to know kids about the 302. I want to allow my light to shine in places that's been dark and allow people to know, hey, Delaware got some dogs. Delaware got some people that are coming in these next coming years. So I'm just one of the other trailblazers on the line to allow that to happen.
The full conversation with Dante can be found on our website coming up this Wednesday at 11. The Terps take on Penn State in Happy Valley on Saturday at 3:30 on FS1. And congratulations to the UMES women's basketball team. Lady Hawks topped Dayton in Nashville earlier to improve to 4-2 on the year. Zah Haynes led the way with 25 points. Next up, number 19 Illinois tomorrow at 2:15 p.m. That's it for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app today.
We're here on Black Friday so that we can have a lot of fun next summer at half the price.
We get 50% off our passes, save a lot of money, it's well worth it.
It's our tradition, family tradition, Jolly Rogers every year for the kids.
We love Jolly Roger. We're saving 50% today on Black Friday.
Half off. We got 3 boys. We're coming here all summer.
It's amazing because I get passes now so I can have even more fun in the summer.
Without Jolly Roger, it's just another day. It's just another day at the beach.
Toyotathon is on. Shake up the holidays with an exciting new Toyota. Take an all-wheel drive Camry to go ice skating. Visit Grandma in a Highlander.
Grandma!
You got it. Or bring home a tree in a Tacoma.
Are we in a snow globe?
Right now, buy an adventure-ready RAV4 with low 3.99 APR financing. Or lease a capable Corolla Cross for just $249 a month.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
The Black Friday sales event is finally here at Preston Ford. We have over 1,000 new vehicles in stock, all priced to sell fast. Save over $12,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT. Get a 2024 Expedition Platinum up to $12,000 off MSRP. Those are just some of our deals. Discover more discounts and saving at PrestonFord.com. Purchase your new Ford online and we'll deliver it to your driveway. Don't miss Preston Ford's Black Friday sales event. Cars cost less in Preston.
The world's #1 selling farm tractor. Easy to operate and more powerful than your average tractor. Mahindra tractors. Push more, pull more, lift more. With more torque and lower engine maintenance, Mahindra tractors are rugged and tough. We know how much you love your land, so we want you to love your tractor. Get your next Mahindra tractor today. Southern States of Milford, improving farming and improving life. Rooted since 1948.
At the White House today, President Biden observed a Thanksgiving week tradition by pardoning 2 turkeys, Peach and Blossom. More than 2,000 White House staff and guests filled the South Lawn at the White House to watch this ceremony, which is always done in good fun, although the president did end on a somewhat serious note.
It's also my last time to speak here as your president during this season and give thanks and gratitude. So let me say to you, it's been the honor of my life. I'm forever grateful.
And now that Peach and Blossom are pardoned, they will return to a farm to live out their lives as ambassadors of the National Turkey Federation.
For some reason, I kept thinking the turkey's name were Peach and Cobbler. I must be hungry. Okay, so let's take a look at Hershey's exterior camera in Ocean City. Listen, we're going to have temperatures falling into the 50s, staying in the 50s with partly cloudy skies. Now, keep in mind, our umbrella giveaway winner is actually Norma Brent of Rehoboth. Congratulations. And you can keep up with your forecast and the updates with the upcoming rain by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Bruckstedt, and Federico. Now, we need to walk through this 10-day forecast. Stay with me for just a second. So we have sprinkles expected for Tuesday and 62 degrees, relatively mild day. Wednesday, it'll start getting cold, rainy on Thursday. But take a look at Saturday and Sunday. High of 40 degrees, low of 26. We will likely have a frost or freeze advisory in effect.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11.
For more news and local weather, go ahead and download our Coast TV News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is coming up next.
And we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.